Assalamu alaikum, dear cadets of class 7. Boys, this is your most welcome to my online class of agriculture for class 7 of Bhushan Cadet College. Boys, you are staying long distance for your second term Bhushan Cadet College because there is corona break is going on. So at first I like to introduce myself with you. I am Ziaur Rahman, demonstrator of physics, teacher of agricultural studies, Bhushan Cadet College. Boys, you know, this is time for corona period. Corona pandemic is going on, so stay at home, stay safe. I have some advice to you for the corona. Wash your hands, cover sneeze, maintain social distance, stay at home, stay safe. Boys, please maintain these rules and regulations for your safety. Lesson introduction. This class is for class 7, subject agricultural studies. We will discuss chapter 2. Chapter name is agricultural technology. Boys, that is learning topics about agricultural technology. We will discuss this topic. Learning outcome. After studying these lessons, cadet will be able to explain the field techniques being employed in agriculture, analyzes the use of technology in the reproduction, multiplication of plants and animals, use of irrigation and enhancing its effectiveness, we know that without irrigation, growing of crops is not possible. If there is storage of water, the source of water is either underground or above ground. Technology is needed to draw it. Wastage of irrigation water cost farmers extra labor and money. Therefore, care must be taken so that irrigation water is not wasted. By checking the water loss in any form, effectiveness of irrigation may be maximized. Water loss may be caused by evaporation, trickling down of irrigated water, and leaking the strategy. Evaporation, irrigated water from the crop fields get evaporated in the same way at the water pond, lake, canal and other reservoir is being evaporated. Because of radiation entry from the sun, it is very difficult to check to stop this process. However, just adequate irrigation at proper time should be the strategy. Trickling down of irrigation water passes through the air, pockets of focus, soil trickle and down through the soil layers. It is called down of irrigation water. Such loss occurs if there is no impervious layer of soil which can stop trickling down of water, creating of a hard layer under surface soil of crop field or irrigation channel may minimize such loss. Leaking of water. This is almost similar to the trickling down process. However, the difference is that through trickling down, water goes downward deep into the soil of the same land, while through leakage, water passes to another plot or land where irrigation is not intended. Sometimes rates creates holes in the alleys, the crop field, through which water may pass and reach the neighboring between plots may be checked regularly and should be maintained. Increasing the effectiveness of irrigation, sufficient and timely irrigation in a crop field maximize the utility of irrigation. Some techniques for increasing the benefit of irrigation are listed below. Supply of required amount of water, irrigation at a proper time, strong alleys are to be raised around the crop field. Irrigate in the morning or in the evening. Large irrigation project of Bangladesh. For better irrigation of farmlands, the government has undertaken some large irrigation projects. Most of these irrigation projects are controlled and managed by the Water Development Board of Bangladesh. In such project MIP 7 of the irrigation areas, the farmers can grow crops like almond and grow rice, jute, wheat, potatoes, boiled vegetables, and fruits, and round the year. They could go for a crop diversification as well. The names of some of these irrigation projects are listed below. Number 1, the Ganges Kapatak Irrigation Project, ZK project, to Burishal Irrigation Project, VIP, Bhola Irrigation Project, Thakurgaon Deep Tube Project, Chandpur Irrigation Project, Mohuri Irrigation and Rural Development Project, PIRDP, Meghna Donagonda Irrigation Project, Karnopuli Irrigation Project, KIP, Boys. Irrigation methods is crop fields can be irrigated in different ways. Choice of irrigation method depends on the type of land, nature of soil, source of water, kind of crop cultivated, etc. Some methods of irrigation are mentioned below. Flood irrigation, number 2, furrow irrigation, number 3, border irrigation, number 4, circular irrigation, number 5, sprinkler irrigation. Flood irrigation we are going to discuss. This type of irrigation is suitable for the flat land which the water drawn from nearby ponds, canals and other water reservoirs and then flown through a channel to the crop field to avoid leaking of water to the neighboring field. Strong alleys are raised around the crop field. This method is suitable for the following reasons. A large area of crop field can be irrigated in a short time. Two channels and furrows are not to be needed within a crop field. Number 3, flat irrigation is effective for plant land. Number 4, requires less labor and time. Number 5, in the fields where crops are grown in broadcast method, this irrigation is effective. Number 6, in case of crop fields having a slope, water must be retained by establishing strong and sufficiently high alloys. Boys, we are going to discuss a furrow irrigation. This is very suitable for crop being raised in lines. Furrows are dug in between the plant lines towards the slope of the floor. Then water is allowed to flow along these furrows, usually one after another. Depth and length of these furrows depends on the length and the topography of the plot. Where the plot is flat, the length of the furrows will be longer, and where the plot is slope, the length of the furrows will be shorter. In this method, delivery of water can be regulated easily, and there is no possibility of water logging there. The whole crop field can be systematically irrigated. Number 3, water loss can be minimized. Number 4, erosion of soil is also minimized. Number 5, same amount of water can be distributed to a large area compared to flat irrigation. Whereas Next, we will discuss about the circular irrigation. In this method, water is not supplied to the whole field. Only the soil around a tree is irrigated. This method is suitable for fruit orchards and social forest. Here a main water channel is dug in the middle of two tree lines. A circular furrow is dug keeping the foot of the tree at the center. This circular circle is connected with the main water channel. In this method, number one, wastage of water is minimum. Number two, management of water is very easy. Sprinkle irrigation we are going to discuss. Sprinkle water similar to rainfall on the other plants is done in this method of irrigation. This method is suitable for watering seeds, beds, fruited plants, grass lawns, ornamental plants, leafy vegetables. The method of watering the seed beds or plants by using watering cans in our country belongs to sprinkler irrigation. Adequate amount of irrigation is good for the growing crops, but excess water is harmful. Removal or withdrawal of excess water from the crop field is done through a drainage system. Stagnant water in the rice field may be beneficial for rice cultivation, but for most of the water other crops it may be even fatal. For example, papayas cannot be tolerate excess of water. Seeds cannot be sown until excess of water is drained out from the field or seed bed. When the soil is over saturated with water in a field, one cannot transplant vegetable or flower, seedlings or fruit trees or social forestry plants. Therefore, water must be drained out when it is in excess. Drainage out water from the crop or field after a heavy rainfall is necessary. Concept of purpose of drainage. Adequate amount of irrigation is good for the growing crops, but excess water is harmful. Removal or withdrawal excess water from the crop field is done through a drainage system. Stagnant water in the rice field may be beneficial for rice cultivation, but for most of the other crops it may be even fatal. For example, in the water saturated soil, aeration is minimum. Air movement is hampered at the root zone area of soil. As a result, it is due to lack of water root, and the growth of root is hampered. Because of water stagnant for long, the closed part of soil become filled with water. As a result, the area becomes oxygen-less and the root of crops get rotted, causing the death of trees. Number three, multiplication and colonization of beneficial microorganisms are seriously hampered. For availability of plant nutrients reduced. Need for drainage. Increase aeration in the soil. Number two, activate root functions. Number three, increase activities of beneficial soil microbes. Number four, balance soil temperature. Number five, restore perfect soil condition for sowing and transplanting. Bias, there is a picture of water drainage by permanent furrow. Drainage techniques, digging temporary drainage channel, do pumping out of excess water from the field, establishing a permanent drainage system. Number four is irrigation channel for drainage as well. Number five, blocking, diverting water supply channel. Bias, asexual multiplication of plants we are going to discuss. Technology plays a vital role in the asexual multiplication of plants. We cannot deny the importance of such multiplication techniques, whether it is old or recently developed. The contribution of technology in plant multiplication has been described below. Pellets developed from plants' organs. Almost all the plants reproduce sexually through the tree seeds, however, plants can be produced asexually using a plate organ for multiplication techniques. For developing platelets using organs of a mother plants have brought forward revolutionary changes in agriculture, creating a scope of great benefit for the farmers. Among the population techniques are cutting, layer grafting, gouty grafting, side grafting, binary grafting, paired grafting, etc. The main characteristics of the sexually produced platelets is that they keep the characters of the mother plant. Ancestral plants established through such platelets bear fruits earlier than that of platelets produced from root seeds. Besides, asexually produced platelets bear all the characteristics of the mother plant. Yes, then we will discuss cutting and grafting process. Cutting, in these techniques, branches, roots and leaves of a mother plant is cut, transplanted in a tub or in a nursery bed situated in a shady place. Plants will grow there within 15 days. Afterwards, the plants are transplanted in the actual land. Multiplication through these techniques is quite easy and mass production is possible. Roses, lime, and lemons marigold, dahlia commonly multiply through this method. Then we will discuss about boys layer grafting. The basal branches of the mother plant are pulled carefully down near soil. Then the lower green part of bark is to be grained with the blunt side knife, but the space between two axes is barked off with a sharp knife. Then boys, then this injured part of the is dark covered with soil and security in a way that stays dark under the soil while still connected to the figure 2 to 13. A layer grafting mother plant after some days, roots developed at the scratched area give rise to a new plantlet. The plantlet is served from the mother plant and kept as it for a long more days, allowing it to grow independent of its mother plant. This plantlet is removed with its root system along with some soil. Then the plantlet is transferred already prepared pit in the designed or search. Whereas then we are discuss grafting, transplant grafting. There are two parts of transplant grafting: root stock and scion. There are some more names of these grafting techniques like bud grafting, binner grafting, T grafting, side grafting, and so on. In transplant grafting, at least two plates are involved. Number one stock and number two scion. The underdeveloped plant on which grafting is done is called rootstock. The plant part figure 2.40 transplant grafting, which will be transferred and allowed to grow on the improved stock is scion. Transplant grafting are of two kinds, joint transplant grafting and disjointing transplant grafting. But as we are going to discuss reproduction technology in animals, poultry and ducks are our main and resources. Therefore, in this lesson, production of chicks and ducklings through egging eggs will be discussed. For hatching, fertilized eggs are needed. For selection of good eggs, following plants should be considered. Number one, egg smooth, thick and hard cells. Number two, normal colored eggs. Number three, medium size eggs. Number four, clean egg surface. Number five, eggs weighing between 50 to 60 gram. In summer, the age of eggs should be between 3 to 4 days, while in winter, 7 to 10 days. Hatching of eggs, there are two kinds of procedures of hatching eggs. They are natural process and artificial process. In the natural process, eggs are hatched by hens and ducks. Natural process is used in households, villages. This process does not need any investment. On the other hand, chickens and ducklings can be produced through hatching eggs artificially by incubator process. Natural process of hatching eggs. Hatching fertilized eggs using the body heat of a hen is natural. A layer hen, after finishing her laying of eggs, becomes naturally interested in hatching. Boys, we are going to discuss of hatching eggs. Hatching eggs by incubator, some period of time is needed by hatching eggs by natural process or by an incubator. The advantage of this incubator process that may many more chicks can be produced at a time. Hatching many eggs in this process, healthy chicks are produced, controlling diseases during hatching eggs. In this process, as the hens do not hatch eggs, they can lay eggs. As a result, the production of eggs of the farm increase. So this process commercially it is very popular to the farm holders of air-controlled electric machine. In this machine, 100 or to 1 lakh eggs can be hatched at a time. During hatching eggs through incubator, the following rules have to be followed with emphasis. Temperature control. The temperature inside an incubator is controlled within 9.5 to 100.5 degree Fahrenheit. It is mentionable that cell division of embryo will be occurred and the embryo will disintegrate if it doesn't get more required temperature, humidity in an incubator. Yes, if you have any question, please write me in box from tasks. Boys, there is a home task, creative question about the agricultural technology. Please try to answer this question and solve this question. Boys, our next class is chapter 4, agriculture and climate. Let's see this class. Boys, stay at home, stay safe. It is time for corona. Second wave is going on, so be careful, be well. Do not go outside. Thank you so much. See my next class. Thank you very much.